Assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon, everybody, and hope you enjoyed the lunch. My name is Samir Yamak. I'm pleased to be here. I'm in Saudi since more than 24 years. My passion is on smart cities and smart development. So I've been blessed to work for global companies like Microsoft, Cisco, Orange, and lately Honeywell, and then PwC. Recently, I've been in the advisory field because they told me I like to talk a lot, and that's why I went to advisory basically. I come from engineering background, so I enjoy a lot technical talks. And just 3 months ago, I was in a different, maybe perhaps the same topic but different venue. So I enjoy such talks, and I hope today's panel will be exciting and beneficial. We'll open the questions later on the floor, but first let me introduce you our colleagues, please.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Hassan Kamshushi, Multi-Property Director of IT for Ritz-Carlton Riyadh and Jeddah. I've been with the hospitality industry in the IT from 2004, so it's almost 19 years. And I've been here in Saudi Arabia from 6 years. I've been working in many other properties and international companies, hosting as well international hospitality industry. So thank you so much.
Done?
Hello everyone, I am Yahya Shayib. I've been working for the IT industry since about 22 years. Here in Saudi Arabia, I'm working for only 3 months. In the past 22 years, most of these experience, I was working in the field of real estate industry. For about 18 years of the 22 years, I've been working for multiple real estate companies working in Egypt. I used to head the part of the smart cities and the digital transformation in these companies, and I hope I might add to the experience too. Thank you.
Thank you. So he's new to the country. I'll try to give him the easy questions and leave Hassan the
Please do.
difficult ones. Sure. So let's start. Basically, as we all know, the overall hospitality landscape is growing globally, and it's affected by multiple pillars: the dynamics of consumer behavior, the technological advancements, and the personalization, and obviously the adoption of AI and ML. These are a lot of factors affecting the tourism. Now, Saudi Arabia has been at the forefront of developing the tourism projects and being able to be the beacon of such development globally. There was a study done by Statista lately. They said that in 2024, the expected revenue just in tourism is around $3.95 billion and expected to grow for till 2029 to 4.69 billion 2029. This shows you the growth potential in this market towards 2029. There was also a recent cabinet meeting by the Maqam al-Sami, by the Crown Prince, and they've sometimes beginning of this year, they said they've issued 28 different regulations. Few of them focusing on basically how Saudi can have a global role in the tourism and how it become one of the landmark of tourism. So from that point, I'll start my question to Mr. Hassan. How do you see the role of leadership in terms of the ability to, let's say, balance between the adopting the digital transformation and being able to keep up the trends, all the while maintaining the flavor of the legacy system and legacy tourism? How do you advise the tourism in that area, the leadership, to handle this angle?
Saudi Arabia is heart of the Middle East. They have impressive culture, the biggest country in all Arab world. So imagine this country, they have many different like geographical places right now, and they are serving too much diversity in the hospitality. They are focusing on the luxury, adventure, Islamic as well, because this is one of the biggest Islamic. They hosting one of the biggest Islamic event every year, which is Hajj. So imagine all of this travelers which is coming to you here in Saudi Arabia, all of this data that they are having, I believe that the government here, they are doing a lot of investment and a lot of decision making in order for them to maintain all of this kind of data, in order for them to know the preference of all of these guests, and all of this is supporting the vision of 2030.
Thank you. Let me ask the same question to Yahya. As a new beginner in this country, do you share the same opinion of Hassan? How do you see it from your own angle?
I see it from my opinion in regards to the leadership vision for the sustainability and the growth of the tourism industry in Saudi Arabia. I believe that it's all about a decision. It's a vision and strategy. We have to have a clear vision and a clear direction in order to maintain the hospitality sector increasement in the Saudi market. Some of the decisions might contain some sort of new applications to be developed, new technologies to be absorbed, the training for the existing team, and also bring the experts to give the training to the existing team in order to maintain the growth of the hospitality sector as well in the Saudi Arabia market. In addition to this, I believe that some sort of phasing of the implementation of the growth of such a system and platform to add to the market as well.
Thank you. Let me pick up on that last message. He mentioned two important keywords: the platforms, the training, and the phasing of the implementation. Those are important keywords. I'm gonna jump on those keywords and ask you another questions. How do you manage the transition from those legacy systems towards having platforms which are not only resilient but also future-proof? In other words, that the development technology is happening so fast, and you want to make sure that by the time you train those employees, they are still the system still should cater for what's required in the market. So, how do you maintain resiliency and future-proof for such platforms?
We have to bring the best expert, the best practice in the markets from the international standards and from other countries as well. And we apply the same towards the market in Saudi Arabia, as we all know that there are some regulations and some restrictions in place. We might go for some sort of a lean thinking methodology or something that helps the increasement of such area of development. Bring the tech surveys to the Saudi Arabia market in order to find out what is the best and what are the coming technology enhancement as well to help the market in Saudi Arabia.
Thank you. Let me turn the same question to our colleague Mr. Hassan, because he comes from a more of engineering background, so he's seen the pain of developing and maintaining such properties. So, Mr. Hassan, in your own words, how do you balance between having the right system, resiliency, and future-proof at the same time?
So actually, I'm going to speak about this balance, which is between the resilience and the Saudi Arabia, they are leading expert they are trying to be number one in the artificial intelligence. Saudi Arabia has strategy for making the kingdom the hub for AI development and AI general. In order for doing this, you need to have the good collection of data. You need to maintain all of this kind of data. You need to have your own data center, which is based here in Saudi Arabia, collecting all the other let's say mega companies, which is same like Oracle, whatever, Microsoft, Fidelio, all of this kind of hospitality companies to be based here in Saudi Arabia. This is one of the key element for doing this.
Thank you. Let's stay on that topic, because this is something which is now spreading everywhere. Everywhere we go, we see the proliferation of IE and artificial intelligence and machine learning, and it is hitting everywhere. Tourism is no surprise. There's a lot of tourism related development on AI and ML. I've seen some development lately in the areas of digital assistant personalized, let's say, assistant, maybe even journey experience, all mapped using AI and ML. Now, question to you, Yahya. So, how do you propose that Saudi tourism developments handle or leverage and harness the beauty of AI and ML into creating a really hyper personalized experience for tourists?
Let me start by a statement that I usually say when I get into something related to the AI and ML in the field of the IT and digital transformation as well. It's all about data. Data processing and data collection is the heart of the ML and the AI. Let me tell you an experience I have faced before in one of the companies I worked with. We were using the AI and ML to grab the employee satisfaction and employee loyalty. Our building was talking to the employee. How? When the employee, one of the experiences, when the employee attend to the office and he punch his attendance card or his fingerprint or whatever method of attendance, the elevator comes to the floor he is in and record the floor he is allocated to as well. And when he enter the floor he is allocated in, some of the actions being played to him in his special occasions, like birthday or marriage day or son's birthday, the building is greeting him, which makes some sort of loyalty, appreciation, and he feels that he's touched and the building and the system in the building already knows him as well. So I believe that the data collection and the data processing methodologies might vary many times. And if we go for a larger scale to the city or tourism, I believe that it might be a very helpful tool as the personalized communication enrich the engagement.
Thank you. I'm sure you all heard what my colleague just mentioned, and you're all saying, wow, I'd like to have it because it seems exciting. And I'd like a building that lives and breathes and thinks and reasons with me, and being able to greet me and display some nice messages. That's all very wonderful and probably joyous. But this brings a second angle or a permanent angle, which is the ethical, let's say, position of handling such data, such personalized data. So then a lot of people are saying that, will my data privacy will be breached? Will my personality will be exposed? So this brings me to my next topic to my colleague Hassan. How do you think that tourist sector or tourism sector should handle ethical dilemma when using technology in order to balance between the requirement for having some intelligent, exciting features, all the while maintaining privacy of the tourist?
First of all, there should be an awareness for the employees who's working in this in the industry. They need to know that they have a very valuable information, which is a guest details. This is something they really need to take care about, because one mistake can end up with a very bad reputation for the place. So first of all, this is one of the key factor, the awareness of the employees. Second, we need to invest in the infrastructure, security of the infrastructure. You need to have redundancy, you need to have replication, you need to have all of these sort of things, which is maintaining the guest data as well.
Fair enough, thank you. I'd like to change the discussion a bit and go to a different one. The topic of global warming and sustainability. Again, this is something which addresses a lot of technology, a lot of revolution, and nonetheless, tourism is one of them. Now, we all know that under this topic, Saudi Arabia, in its vision for 2030, the attempt to have a footprint in every development, it's an important one, but should also be in sustainability angle as well. So my question back to Yahya, how do you, given this technology advancement, this is all these nice stories that you mentioned, but you need to maintain a foot from a global warming standpoint. What's your key message for tourism sector to do when it comes to sustainability, sustainable solution, reducing greenhouse emissions, etc.?
Let me start by promoting for the new technology enhancements in this field. One of them is the green building, that is supporting the green electricity and reduce the emission of the fuels and etc., which is affecting the global warming as well. One of them, the EV vehicles. We have to promote this factor or this business in Saudi Arabia. I've been here for 3 months now, and I didn't see till now, maybe once or twice, I've seen the EV charging stations. I didn't discover such a technology. The green building, which I was talking about, it might be a good option for the buildings, and it might add also as well to the star rating of the hotels and the building as well. Some sort of water conversion solutions in order to maintain the resources and the outcome of the land of the Saudi Arabia. Might be the waste reduction and the waste management solutions, and the recycling as well might help in such topic.
Thank you. Sounds excellent. Thank you so much. So we have a lot of challenges here. Obviously, maintaining all these global sustainable solution while being able to have an iconic tourism. This topic, this balance between the challenges, brings me back to my colleague Hassan. My next question is the following. In the quest to dominate the tourism sector, what Saudi Arabia is trying to do is to appeal for the global travelers, for the tech-savvy travelers, into creating a specialized hub for tech-savvy tourists and excite them to come to live in Saudi. So, in your opinion, Hassan, how could Saudi Arabian tourism cater or addresses or speak the right words for those tech-savvy markets?
Right now, you have the data. The data is the new oil for Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia, they understand that the data which they have, which is a massive data, they need to maintain it. They need to assess this data in order for them to personalize the experience for the travelers which is coming here to visit Saudi Arabia. Right now, you have most of the tourism sectors, including airlines, same like Saudi Airline. They have their own rewards program, which is collecting data and collecting preference from the guest. So I believe all of this is helping the sector to improve and to develop for the next.
I like it. Loyalty. I like it. Thank you. Let me go back to you, Mr. Hia. So there was a recent article which I've read from a consulting company, we all know, with KPMG. The article speaks about the importance of having awareness when it comes to cyber attacks and cybersecurity. It so often happens that people don't know what are the best practices when it comes to using the systems, and there's a lot of instances when having breaches happening to your network and systems. Maybe Mr. Hassan can also confirm. There was also an interesting incident where there was a attack on the BMS of one of the hotels, and in that attack, basically, it locked down all the doors of the residents. So whoever was in the room, they were stuck, and whoever outside, they couldn't come in, just because the attacker could manage to control the BMS and basically control the hotels. So awareness is key. My question to you, Ms. Hassan, is that how do you basically motivate people that, you need to always understand the risks associated with the risks of attacks, so that your hotel will not be the next list on the list of hotel attacks?
Again, this is basic. Basically, this should be through training and awareness for the employees which is working. As well, you need to all the time to update your systems with latest like technology, security patches, make prevention maintenance, make vulnerability penetration test, and all of these things, which is gonna help you to eliminate something this kind of incident, because right now these people, which is scammers, they become much more convinced, efficient. They have their own call centers, which they are trying to targeting the hospitality. So believe me that there is sort of call centers which is targeting hospitality. They are calling everyone. They are trying to reach out to any kind of data to convince the people inside of the property that they are a legitimate guest. And as an example, they need to have some sort of information from their side.
Thank you. How about you? How do you see about this point?
It brings us back to the first question you asked before. You asked about the how can the leadership opinion help in Saudi Arabia touristic or hospitality market. It's all about training. As Mr. Hassan was saying, people must have their plans and must have plan A and plan B and plan C as well. If the people that are working in the hospitality sector or the hospitality property as well is well trained, they will have the right and they will have the power how to handle such cases which you were mentioning. Recently, I think 2-3 weeks ago, we were all watching the news about the very big security issue that happened between CrowdStrike and Microsoft. And both of them were telling us it's not an attack, and we don't know until now it was an attack or no. Both of them were talking about how to mitigate the risk for the organizations that affected most of the airports in Europe and USA as well, and some of Saudi Arabia companies. The updates and the security awareness, I think that will help the entities and the market to grow up. I was in this day I was in Egypt as well, and when I wake up and I found the situation, I'm talking about my personal experience. First thing I did, I called the tech team in office. How are you doing all? Did you see the news? They told me yes, and we are interacting now with the issue. And to let you know, thanks God, services are running well, and we are not affected.
This is what is happening when you
this is due to the plan.
totally depend on the technology. Sometimes it's you got stuck in a place which you cannot go back because everything is
Yes.
dependent.
You're totally right.
So this incident was an interesting one because it blew all over the world, and we're not here advocating for or against Microsoft and CrowdStrike.
I'm not talking against anyone.
We're not advocating.
They
for or
both.
against.
I have
Just
been.
a story.
I have been using CrowdStrike and Microsoft as well, by the way. I am
But,
still.
Understood. But I mean, it was a funny story going all over the world, and so. What you mentioned, both of you, is an excellent approach for a reactive readiness plan, which is wonderful. But there's one step more, if I can ask a follow-up question, how to be proactive in the sense of having some sort of, some vendors provide the solutions, real-time monitoring of incidents.
And the team as well.
Real-time monitoring, sorry?
The team as well.
Yeah.
The team is the most important part, by the way.
Understood. So do you advocate that this should be part of tourism, having some sort of real-time monitoring of incident, of traffic, of attacks, of hacks? Yeah. So do you envision that it could be some sort of proactive system to continuously monitor the tracking of the traffic on the website, making sure that it's secure, and when there's an attack, it can be spotted, so that we don't work reactively, we are proactively doing it?
Yes, this brings us back to the statement of Mr. Hassan, which when he was talking about the regular update, the regular penetration testing, the regular checking for the code as well for the published applications, in order to maintain such. You cannot maintain 100%, and to be sure, but you might go for 99 or 98% in this field. If you do what is important and what is required, then I think that such an action or such penetration or such hack might not affect you in such a case.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, as we know by now, it's not just the training, which is absolutely important, but one more step, which is basically the preventative measurement, just like Mr. Hassan, the updates, making sure all your systems are up and running and updated by the latest security patches. That's quite important. One last topic I want to venture in is, and we cannot go on a tech turbulence panel without discussing it, which is the subject of the Internet 3.0, which is basically the metaverse, the AR and VR. Now, for those of you who don't know, there's been a lot of activity on the government side, especially in Saudi Tourism Authority and a lot of different touristic commissions. They're trying to advocate how to venture into the metaverse and create some virtual reality related let's say environment for different Saudi territories. So this is something which is happening already. It's been this for over the past 3 to 4 years, and by the way, this triggers the point that having a pre-arrival experiences for those travelers. Some of them, not all of them, would like to, maybe they don't want to have it, let's say decided to come. They can start interacting with the Saudi tourism by seeing those metaverse related environments. So my question to you, let's start with Mr. Hassan. How do you think Saudi touristic destination can leverage such environment, such technology toward the growth for their revenues?
This is already on progress right now. As an example, Visit Saudi website, which is for doing the visa for the new travelers. They have their own rewards program right now. So imagine that you have the platform which is responsible for issuing the visa, and they are collecting the data from the guest or from the new travelers. They are collecting their preferences, what they like, what they don't like, what kind of tourism sector they are aiming to: adventure sector, luxury sector, Islamic sector. Definitely, all of this is leveraging and developing the Saudi hospitality industry.
Let me turn to Yahya. So, staying on the Internet 3.0, the whole approach of that technology is to work, play, and live and own assets. So, going away from the public sector to the private sector, to to hotels, how do you see the potential usefulness of such technologies, which is the metaverse, into hotels?
In continuation to what was Hassan saying now, I believe that such a new systems implementation might help in such increasement of the loyalty and the need in order to increase the hospitality sector in Saudi Arabia. As an example, might be for the we might go for the virtual reality and the machine learning. In such a reservation, process, after I issue the visa from the website, I might go for the hotel website, which I'm going to reserve in. Instead of seeing only pictures, I might go for a VR, enter the room, and I check the content of the room using VR camera or whatever solution. I think it might help more in discovering what I'm coming to and what I'm coming
to live the experience.
Yes, to live the experience.
Wonderful. So today we spoke about interesting topics. We spoke about loyalty, and we have an advocate for the data as the new oil, as Mr. Hassan was mentioning. So we spoke about the data. We spoke about the resiliency. We spoke about other topics such as security attacks, and we addressed the client experience. The final, as one last question to I'll start with Mr. Yahya. Based on all those interesting topics, what's your final key message for the audience and for the tourism sector in this perspective?
I believe that the final message from my point of view is to go towards the training and the tech innovation. This will be the main factor of increasing the hospitality sector in Saudi Arabia towards the 2030 vision in Tech Saudi.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The floor is yours because you've been here a long time, so you deserve the last slot.
Let me speak about the challenges which have been faced on the last couple of years. You have fighting a pandemic, which is transforming the whole nation. You are right now in the middle of many other locations which is having wars and fighting with each other. There is as well the economic situation which is unpredictable all over the world. Here in Saudi Arabia, alhamdulillah, everything is stable, settled down. The leadership of the kingdom, they are aiming to reach to their vision, which is 2030. There is consistency on this. They will not go back. They will continue this. My message let me speak about the hotel owners, that they need to be fast growing and adapting for all of this new regulation which is happening. They need to, I'm speaking about my part as a technology in the property. They need to invest more in their technology. They need to invest in the securing the guest data, because there is many, and we saw this as an examples, that they don't understand what does it mean that you have guest data which you need to maintain, and you need to invest much more money in this. In the kingdom as well, there is the NCA, National Cybersecurity Authority. They have a lot of regulation. The hospitality industry, they must adapt for all of this regulation. They need to invest more in their infrastructure in order for them to meet all of this and to be comply with this regulation, and to have to grab more travelers and guests inside of that.
Thank you. There was a lot of investment call out from my colleague Hassan. I hope you're excited to invest more. Thank you, Mr. Yahya. Thank you, Mr. Hassan, for the session. Thank you all. And this ends the session. We'll open the floor if there's any questions, please.
Any questions?
I think we covered everything.
I see that we are clear.
You covered everything already. I would like to thank the panelists for their insightful information.